it's Autumn. Today I want to do a video where I unbox a Wayne Goss mystery box. So I believe these are still available on the beautylish website. They have 3 different options. The first option is a lip bundle for around $55. I think the next one is a mystery box that is around, I think it's like $100. I don't know. I'll put the amounts and the stuff here on the screen. But the one I ended up purchasing was $155 for $300 or more worth of product. It took a while for me to get this, I think because I ordered it around the same time that I ordered the Lucky Bag, and the Lucky Bag, they've had shipping delays with that, which is totally understandable with COVID and all of that good stuff. But I also ordered a Charlotte Tilbury foundation because I wanted to get a lighter shade for wintertime, which I'll show you the foundation that I have, which is this one. It's the Light Wonder, I believe, foundation. Anyway, I have the shade 4 Fair, and I wanted to get one that was slightly lighter, so I got 3 because it looked neutral. Well, first off, when I just got it in the mail, which I have it sitting on my couch, I've already emailed Beautylish and I'm sure that they are gonna take care of it. It expires in 2 months. So with that being said, I'm not gonna be able to go through a whole foundation in 2 months. So either I need to return it to them or exchange it. I'm sure they're gonna take care of it either way. But anyway, I did order that and I pulled it out of the package, but I haven't looked at anything else. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So as I open this up, you have, like, you know, your black paper, all that good stuff. And then everything is in bubble wrap. So I'm really excited to try. Oh, this is a sample pack. This like has like some R&Co shampoo and all of that good stuff in it. But let's get into the Wayne Goss stuff. So I've been watching his videos for a very long time. There's a lot of stuff in this box. Anyway, I've been watching his videos for a very long time, and I've never tried any of his makeup. And I thought that since his line was actually on my list of makeup to try, like again, I've mentioned before, I have an ongoing list on my phone of stuff I want to try, and that you get so much for such a small amount. Well, not a small amount. I mean, $155 is still a lot of money, but you get a lot for your money. Anyway, I thought this would be the perfect time to try it. So I'm gonna start off, looks like there's a lot of lip products. Oh, there's an Ico too. Okay, so I'll start off with that. This is the Essential Ico Pencil in the shade Blue Sapphire. So you get 3 options on the 2 larger bundles for light, medium, and dark skin tones. And I obviously chose the light one because I am pale. So anyway, it says in Sapphire, it's a sharpen pencil. Let's give it a swatch. Ooh, nice. By the way, I look disgusting because I just got done at the gym. This makeup look actually is all Chanel, and I will be posting that probably before this video, maybe after. Oh, actually it might be after, who knows. Anyway, I will be posting it soon. All right, I did get another Essential Ico Pencil, and this is in Precious Opal. Oh, I'm surprised that Precious Opal is brown, but it's a good surprise. Oh, nice. So there is Precious Opal. This one is the lip pencil in Sepia. Some people say sepia, some people say sepia. I say sepia. So this is a lip pencil in sepia, and I'll swatch that next to it. I think after I make dinner and stuff tonight, I ought to come in here. You know what, at the tail end of this video, I will try some of this stuff on my face to give you a final thought. This is the Essential Lip Pencil in Natural Berry. So just all of these are sharpen type pencils. Okay. It's like a coral pink. I wouldn't call that a berry, but I don't mind it. We'll have to see what it looks like on. So then looks like I got 2 lipsticks, the Luxury Cream lipsticks. And this is in the shade Camellia, which is funny because Chanel just had that whole Camellia line. I'm surprised this isn't magnetic packaging. It's metal, it's beautiful packaging, but it's not magnetic. Ooh, that is really, ooh, it's like a really light peach. If you can hear fighting in the background, my daughter's TV is mounted on the wall in the next room. Like her bedroom is the one next to the office. And I can literally hear like her video game. So I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up or not. So Camellia Flower, I thought was red. So I'm surprised that it's this light color. And normally also I don't go for super light colors. Let's just go ahead and try it on for funsies, which my lips are super dry right now. Yeah, it's pretty. But this is gonna be one that I'm gonna require like a liner and a gloss with it. And then the next shade I got was Cashew, which even for it being this light, it's not unflattering on the teeth. You know how like sometimes you get like a super light lipstick and it makes your teeth look gross and yellow? So this is Cashew. It's very similar, which I mean, it makes sense. I put the light. So Cashew is a little bit closer to like a coral. All right. Let me just put some of that over. Yeah, they're both really light. Honestly, I don't have any nude lipsticks right now because I just did a huge declutter and I'm not a nude lipstick person, but I think that I might actually be able to make these work for me. So then I got 2 high shine glosses, at least I think 2 high shine glosses. Yeah, this first one is in the shade Tulip. Ooh, it's a sort of nude with some glitter in it. Typically, I am not a glitter person, but this looks like it might be fine enough where it's not gonna bother me. Let me... These are real nude. Oh, I didn't swatch that though for you to see other than like on my lips that already had some color on it. So we'll do a little swatcheroo here. These are pretty pigmented for glosses. So there it is. And the glitter doesn't really show up as far, well, I can see it here, let's see. You can see it a little bit. And then the next one is in Hyacinth. So I typically like a berry sort of tone to my lips. Ooh, this one looks a little closer to something I would normally reach for. The cool thing about this is I've never tried any Wayne Goss products, and even though these are colors that I typically wouldn't reach for, it's actually a good thing because I'm not getting like repeat colors that I already own. I have another pencil in here, another lip pencil. This is in the shade Light Nude. They have a ton of products in here. Let's see, ooh, this is real light. So there is Light Nude. So there are 3 what appear to be palettes. Are these all the same size? Because I would open the smaller. Yeah, they're all the same size, so I'm just gonna grab one. So this is Wayne Goss Palette 4 in Tourmaline. I don't know enough about his palettes. There was one that I saw, the first one I think he came out with that was more of a nude story. So I'm hoping this is it. Oh my gosh, can't get it open. Am I something? Is there a special way to open this? You gotta push something? My palette literally will not open. Let me open another palette and see if maybe this one, something faulty with it. Again, I don't know enough about his brand to know if there's a special way to open the palettes. So this, what is this? It's a Veil Blush palette in Blush Peony. So let's see if this opens the same way and maybe I can figure it out. This one opens right up. And do some little fingy swatches. This looks like a super light highlighter that shifts pink. Yep. Maybe I should have asked for the medium even though I'm pretty pale. There we go. All right, let me try again to get that eyeshadow palette open. Oh, there we go. And all right, so Tourmaline is a burgundy purple sort of palette. I'd probably wear that shade. Yeah, I'd wear that shade, the very first one. I'd wear that. Let's see, the center one's like a taupey. Oh, yeah, I'd wear that too. Let's see this glittery shade, like this topper shade. Yeah, that's pretty. The plummy shades, I don't know how much use I would get out of them, but I mean, I've already swatched the other ones. I might as well. So here it is. So these are the 3 shades I think I would get more use out of, and then these are like the darker ones. I'll have to play around with it. Which, you know what, I'll probably use it when I get done making dinner and I am gonna go for a walk in a little bit. I'm gonna come back and I'll film me trying out some of these products so you guys can see them. This is the Radiance Boosting Face Palette, the Bronze and Sculpt. And I have the shade Light Gold, which sounds like it would work for me really well. Actually, that's gonna be perfect. So this kind of leans, oh, you can see like all the crap out on my desk. So this one leans kind of gray, which is really good for contouring. And then this one is like a light shimmery gold, obviously from the name. So here, and I've like run out of places. I'll just put them here on the back of my hand. The contour shade is pretty light. There they are. Maybe I should swatch them on this hand that's clean, like a smart person would do. Here we are. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a really good shadow. My face is sweaty and disgusting right now, or I would pop it on, but again, obviously I'm gonna come back and try this stuff out. So that is everything in my box, and if you wanna see what these products look like being used, if you're not familiar with Wayne Goss products, just keep watching and you will see me apply. So I'm all done with my walk. It was like really snowy and cold outside, but I just came home, I washed my face, I put on some moisturizer, and we're gonna try some of this Wayne Goss makeup. So since I don't have a foundation from Wayne Goss, I am gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury foundation that I got in the mail today. Like I was saying, this expires in like 2 months, because right now we're in the middle of January, and so like, I don't know, is it like 2.5 months? Something like that. Anyway, we're gonna shake it up, try to use it, and I'm gonna try to shake it up even more than I did before because I shook it up to kind of test the color on my hand and it was kind of separated. So we're really just gonna get in there and shake it. All right, so I'm gonna put it on my hand. Yeah, it's still separated a little bit even after all that, like, you can see that. So we're gonna put some on my hand and then we'll just mix it on my hand with a brush. So we'll go ahead and use this little Zoeva brush that I really like. So as you can see, the color isn't quite right for me. Oh, I don't have this back thing on. I wonder if this will help any. Yeah, I think it does a little bit. So as you can see, the color isn't quite right for me, but I think since it's sheer enough, it might blend out. I might have to get like a larger blendy brush. I'm gonna use this Merit one. I feel like it just works so much better on foundation. It blends it so much faster, I guess. So some of you may be wondering why I'm putting on makeup in the evening when I'm not gonna go anywhere. And the reason for that is most of these are colors that I normally don't think would work well together or work well on my skin tone. So while this was the light box, maybe I should have asked for the medium box because a lot of the times olive skin tones are more likely, I guess you're more likely to find olive skin tone stuff in the medium box. The thing is, what worked out really well was the bronzer. The lip colors I think are pretty light for me. And the blush is really pink and cool toned. And I feel like the eyeshadow palettes can work on anybody. It's just not something I would typically reach for. I'm gonna go in with this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm just trying to use it up. I have 2 of them that I'm trying to use up. I got them in like a duo pack a while back. And I got the shade Vanilla, thinking that, again, it would be a good shade for me. And it's a little bit pink, but the pink works really well around the eyes to help brighten. All right, I wanna go ahead and do my eyebrows as well because I don't have a Wayne Goss eyebrow product. All right, so I want to start off with sculpting the face, and Wayne Goss has this bronze and sculpt that I got in the kit. I typically don't do a ton of contouring, but I have it in the kit. I might as well give it a whirl. So I'm going to take this Referral 04 brush and go into the sort of gray area, or I guess like the gray square. And I'm going to work it in my cheekbones. A lot of people do that whole thing where they suck in and they go that way. I think I've mentioned this before, but that's actually the area where your teeth are, and your cheekbone is higher up than that. So if you contour that way, it makes it look like you're missing some back teeth. If you've ever noticed people who are missing teeth, they kind of have like that line in their face. You're kind of contouring to make it look like you are, you know, missing some teeth. So let's just keep it a little bit higher where our cheekbones actually are. I mean, you can put it wherever you want. If you like that toothless look, go for it. But I always cringe every time I see somebody suck their cheeks in, because it also drags down and it's never quite where that bone is. And so you can kind of see the difference here versus this side and this side with no contour. So I think this is actually a really nice light contour. Like if I were one to actually contour. So again, just gonna work it in up here on the cheekbone. And again, I don't usually go any further. Some people say don't go any further than your pupil. That's kind of the way I am with blush, but with contour, I don't go any further than like the outside of my eyebrow or my eye here if I'm really pushing it. All right, I'm gonna take that same contour shade on the sort of fluffy blender, and I'm just gonna run it along the lower lash line to just add a little bit of shadow and definition down there. Why, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word definition. And then I am gonna also take it into my crease, but I'm not gonna like bring it all the way down because it's gonna drag my eye down. I didn't realize this was gonna become an autumn tutorial, but I'll just show you because I normally just do like a quick slap it on makeup. And I feel like these products lend more towards like to doing like a full face. So I take it in my socket here. And when I get to this portion, I kind of drag it out this way towards the tail of, come on autumn words, my eyebrow. So it's kind of nice and soft. I don't want it like too obvious and defined, but that kind of just helps to bring it up. And the same on this side. So now let's go into the more golden bronze side, and I'm gonna go in with this larger brush that from Refer. It's the Refer 30, and I like using this one for bronzing. So we're just gonna brush it over the cheeks, along the hairline, and you can see it's pretty golden. Down my neck. And then I also like to use that in my eye to warm up before even doing an eye makeup look to make everything cohesive. So again, I'm going to take that slightly above the crease, but not all the way up into the brow bone. Still keeping the original shape that I put there. And again, not bringing it all the way down. So the area where I want to swoop up, I actually stop with the bronzer. And this is the Refer 15 brush, in case you're curious. So I'm going to, the eyeshadow palette is so hard to open. I don't know what the deal is, but look at my thumbs from trying to get this thing open. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to like, maybe like saw down some of the lash or something so it doesn't stick so much. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow palette. I'll do that after I do the blush and highlight. So I did look into it. His blush and highlight can be used, actually anybody's blush and highlight can be used this way. You can put the highlight down first under the blush to add a glow. And I'm gonna try doing it that way because by itself, I feel like this is just gonna be too much. So I'm gonna put that on my cheek where I would put the blush. I do have a couple blemishes over here. It's lady time, but I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, and then I'm also gonna use that to highlight my inner corner because I looked at this eyeshadow palette and there's not really anything light enough to highlight my eyes in there. So I'm just gonna take it on this brush and just kind of put it in there where it's a little bit dark. So you kind of see right here. Okay. So now let's go in with the blush shade. And it does, putting it underneath does make this a little bit more wearable, at least the highlighter portion. And if you want like a glowy sort of blush, you can also just like mix them together. I'm gonna go with my foundation brush, kind of go around the edges of that. All right, so let's go into this eyeshadow palette. Again, I'm gonna take this Refer brush right here and go into the lightest shade right there. And I'm gonna use that as like my all over sort of base shade. All right, and then I'm gonna go into this sort of taupey shimmer and kind of take that into the crease a little bit. These blend really well. All right, and then taking that tiny fluff brush that I used before for the inner corner, I'm going to dip into this deep brown right here. And I'm gonna put it on the outer area and pull up. So the outer portion of the lash line to the crease and just kind of pull up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. So typically I don't wear eyeliner because my eyes are uneven. And if I do eyeliner, it really accentuates the fact that they are not symmetrical. I'm gonna go in with the blue one just to test it out. So this right here is the shade Blue Sapphire. And I will show you how I do my eyeliner because I also have slightly hooded eyes and my crease comes down pretty far. If I do an actual like wing that like swoops up, it kind of gets in the way and it looks a little bit crazy. So I'll show you how I do a subtle winged liner. So I'm gonna go in and kind of dot it along the lash line. And I start out here. I don't bring it all the way in. And then I don't take it all the way to the edge. So like I start kind of where, if I'm looking straight on, I start kind of where the edge of my eye, like the brown of my eye is. And then I go kind of straight across, like if I were to draw a line from the middle of the eye and go straight across. That's how I get my line. And then I just kind of clean that up. So there we go. And you can see on the edge here, it's lifted. It doesn't go all the way down, it's lifted. And that actually lifts my eye up a little bit. So now I'm gonna do the other side. I typically normally wouldn't go like so blue, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go in to this sort of shimmery purple shade and put it over the blue. And I think it'll look nice. All right, so let's go ahead and use some of this sparkle shade here, might as well. And I'm just gonna pat it on the center of my lid. And then I'm gonna do this brown eyeliner, what's it called again? Precious Opal. I am going to use that, and I am going to line my waterline on the top. And that just kind of helps deepen the lash line, obviously. I normally don't do a super nude lip, but we're gonna go outside our comfort zone since I have like colors on my face and everything else. So this is the shade Light Nude. I'm gonna go around, I'm hoping maybe this light nude shade is actually really good for me considering I don't have a clear vermilion border, which is that area around the lips. So I actually have a lot of, I'm sure like lots of people do, I'm not special, but like my lip goes up here, but it's not colored. So maybe the super light shade is gonna be great for kind of edging that transition without looking like I'm like trying to overdraw my lips. I need to like point the camera down maybe. There we go. Okay, so I think I did a good job of that, and also pointing out the whole my face as an even thing. It's more straight for me here, but more rounded on this side. So maybe I should just round it up a little bit to make my lips more even. All right, so with the lipsticks, I've got Cashew and Camellia. Let's go with Cashew because I think that one was the one that was slightly peachier. I mean, they're both like super nude. Okay, very nude. And then I'm gonna go in with the gloss in the shade Hyacinth because it's got the most color out of all of them, and I'm going to take it in the center of the lips. So that is a very nude lip for me. Let's bring it back over here. Let's put on some mascara. The mascara I've been wearing has been this Chanel. You know what, I'm not gonna use that because it's waterproof and there's no sense in me doing this and then having to wash it off. Let me just, okay, we'll go in with this Lancome Definicils mascara. And that is everything I got in the box to make a face. So let's go over everything really quickly. I only have a few minutes before my camera runs out of battery. Okay, not battery, but the The memory card's almost full. Okay, so first let's talk about this eye palette. The eyeshadows are beautiful in it, but I don't know why mine is so hard to open. But other than that, the eyeshadows are beautiful. They're not necessarily shades I would pick, nor is this the palette out of his palettes that I would pick, but these are very smooth and they're very pretty. And this is something that I am going to keep. So the Veil Blush palette. I am undecided if I am going to keep this. So here's the problem. I wouldn't wear any of these shades really together. So it's not really fair for me to judge it off of that. So I am gonna test it. The formula is beautiful. It's the color, because again, this is like super white, bright sort of highlight. All my words rhymed. And this super sort of like bubblegummy pink. It has a hint of coral to it, but it is a really bright pink. So I wouldn't wear a purple palette and a pink blush together. I think that's just a lot, at least for my complexion. Again, it's not easy being green. The gloss feels nice. Again, they're just super, super light. So again, I'm gonna play around with them. I've already like put them on my hand and on my lips, so obviously I wouldn't be able to give those away or put them in my declutter. And same thing with the lipsticks. I don't own any nude lipsticks because they're kind of outside of my comfort zone. But I think they look okay. I'm just gonna have to play around with them. The main thing that I got that I love is the contour sort of bronzing palette. It's wonderful for super pale skin. I think if I were any darker than what I am though, it wouldn't be noticeable on my skin, but that's kind of also why I like it, because it's so subtle in the winter. I feel like people will try to bronze up in the winter and they end up looking ridiculous, and just that subtle hint of color is perfect. As far as the lip liners and the eyeliners, I like the eyeliners. I think they're great. They are the sharpen type though, which that's Ico's are sharpenable. They are the sharpen type. Both colors are something I think I would possibly wear. I typically don't go for the blue again, but the brown is something I think I will get use out of. And then the 3 lip liners. The pinker one, which is Natural Berry, I don't know how much I'm gonna use that, but the sepia and the light nude, I think I will use it. I liked how the light nude kind of blended my natural lip in with that vermilion border without being too obvious. So anyway, I will leave this linked below if you would like to check out the options, if it is still available. If you've already purchased it, let me know what you got and what you think. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye. Standing in my way, but I must try to figure it out anyway.